Welcome to another episode of Old Line Watches. With you, as always, is this guy here, Jeremy, your old man from the old line state of Maryland. Today, we are doing a review of a watch that I don't have in front of me because I'm a dummy. We're going to do a quick cut and I'll go grab it. All right, just that quick. Today's review is on the Heritor Dalton Automatic. She's a pretty one. But before we get into that, a couple things I want to run by for you real quick. First is to say thank you to a couple of subs. Today it's going to be Betamax Man. Is that right? Betamax Man. Yep, that is it. Fantastic name. A little throwback to the 70s there for those that remember it. Get off of my lawn. Also, I want to thank Nick M. and Holden Caulfield Talks Watches. Holden Caulfield Talks Watches. For our Salinger-based friends out there, tip of the hat. Check in the description for more information on the watch, as well as information about the current giveaway, which is for a Pagani Express, a Pagani design from AliExpress, Daytona Homage. It's very nice. Also in the description will be any links, coupon codes, affiliate things, any of that kind of stuff. All right, let's and take a look. All right, jumping right into those beautiful stats and specs. We have got here the Heritor Dalton, reference HERHS2001. It is 43 mil at the bezel, 41.5 across the case. The bezel sits a little bit bigger. The diameter, including the crown, is 46.3 mil. Lug to lug of 50, which end link to end link matches thanks to those female end links there, making it a little bit more compact. We've got a lug width of 22, narrowing down to 20. 14.9 mil thick, a little bit of a chunky boy, but not disproportionately so, and weighs in at 160.6 grams, sized for my 6 3/4 inch wrist. It is powered by a Miyota 8215. It is one of the older ones because it does not hack, but it does hand wind. The case is 316 stainless with a vertical brush finish. It's a little bit of a rough finish, intentionally so, I believe. It's not a great finish job on it. Like you can kind of see a little bit of angles in there where it should be relatively smooth. But all in all, well designed, well made. It's got some heft to it. Protecting it, we have a double dome with a crazy AR in there. Like you can see those flashes of blue. Like, yeah, that's some serious AR. It is mineral crystal coated with sapphire. Not great, but it'll do. We got a signed screw down crown that is 6.9 mil in diameter, nice and grippy. We have a screw down case back with a basic stat line there, Japan automatic movement, 20 atmosphere, etc., etc. Signed rotor, it's always a nice little touch with them. We're on a Jubilee style bracelets with solid end links, push pin sizing, very nice flex to it. And something I like to make a note of on this particular one, the mid links on this Jubilee are brushed, which is unusual. Most Jubilee have the polished center links to make them look a little more dressy. But as this is a kind of a tool watch, they dressed it down a little bit, which I really dig. It almost looks kind of like a hybrid beads of rice thing going on there, which is pretty cool. In clasp, we have signed with a fold over, dual pushers, only pressed, but at this price level, not terrible at all. 3 holes of micro adjust, which is pretty good and covers just about the distance between 2 links, which is ideal, so you can size it to just about anything. We have a matte flat black dial there with Heritor up at the 12, automatic and 20 atmosphere, 660 feet at the 6. Rose gold tooth style indices. I call them toothies because they got popular with the monster, so that's what I'm gonna call them. They have a patina colored loom there. We'll take a look at that later during the loom shot. We have a printed frame around the oblong date window, which is pretty neat. I like the that it helps with the flow of things there. A printed minute track with what appears to be loom pips at the 5s, as well as 1/5 of a second markers. For the hands, we have Mercedes style, fully loomed, as well as a lollipop second hand ticking away nicely there. For the bezel, it is aluminum, kind of a matte finish. It sounds a little soft, but the feel of it is very good. It's got a little bit of back play there, but it does line up very well, which is important. The bezel has no loom though, which is kind of an odd thing for a dive style watch. But speaking of loom, as you can see, we got some C3 loom here that looks relatively pretty good. The hands are brighter than the indices, which is something you want to see so that the hands will last longer, because you can still kind of tell what time it is even when the indices go down on you. I like the reflections of the loom pips in the rehout there. It kind of gives it a little bit of a triple loom look on that, which is pretty cool. Well, the accuracy is running within tolerance. The amplitude is very healthy, and the beat error is nigh unforgivable. That's really not great. That does not bode well for the life of that movement there. Thank goodness it's a cheap one. You'll be able to get that changed out at a watchmaker real quick and for not much money at all. Yeah, that's a yeesh. I realized I forgot to do the wrist shot at the beginning. Today, it's the Timepiece Expedition with Hindi Glow that you can't barely see because it's fairly bright in here, but you know, I like it quite a bit, even though it's anti-reflective is anti-nothing. All right, on to what we're here for though. This puppy on. And here you go, on the 6 3/4 inch wrist that I'm well known for. It fits very nicely. It's a little bit of a tall boy, but not so much that it looks weird or out of place. Very comfortable. Now, say what you will about the movement, at least they got the rest of it well done. All right, props and slops. The props, first up, that AR. Oh, that is some pretty bright lights in here, and you can just see just fine. I personally am a big fan of the monster style indices here. Lends a certain air of aggressiveness to it that definitely suits the rest of the watch. It's a little bit large. It's a little bit chunky, but like I said, it's proportionately chunky. Like it doesn't feel like it's like some ginormous thing in any direction. It's just a little bit big, but it doesn't dominate. And the brushing on the Jubilee, it's not something you see very often at all, and I really like the decision to do it with this particular watch. 1, 2 slops. Patina colored loom, unnecessary. I don't That just, it's, all you're doing is giving me weaker and less long-lasting loom. Yeah. The bezel, little, could be better, could be loomed. The mineral crystal, you know, at the, even not discounting their inflated retail pricing, but even at like street level pricing, this should have a actual sapphire crystal. Come on. But the big slop is the movement. One, I got a kind of a bunk one here, the ridiculously high beat error, but also that it's one of the old Miyotas, because the newer ones do actually hack. So who knows how long this thing's been sitting in a warehouse for, if you follow me here. Might be part of the reason why the beat error was so god-awful. Yeah, well, that's what it is. Let's flip back around and talk to my face again. So that was the Heritor Dalton, a pretty fantastic little timepiece that we picked up from the lovely Watch Gang folks. If you are interested in it, I do believe that there are still several colorways on Tier 1 Wheel 2, which is the $160 one. So if you are super interested, there you can get it with a minuscule chance of something even more cool, as well as in the description there is a discount code to get 5% off, which amounts to like a pizza, 6-pack of beer if you're old enough. Don't drink underage, kids. All right, well, I don't have much to say outside of that, so I'm gonna be, all I'm gonna say is take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And this has been your old man from the Old Line State, signing off.